We are going to do our regular thing. We're going to continue on with Cassette Beasts episode 4. I'm going to put episodes 3 and 4 up on YouTube after this as well. So we'll see if we can find another Archangel conveniently timed with the end of the stream for the 4th week in a row. Otherwise, yeah, we'll enjoy it. We'll do some weird adventures. Probably skip the awkward fusion is like your first time dialogue, because that's just weird, to be perfectly honest. But the game's fun, and the monsters are cool, and the pixel art is really what I'm in for, because I want to learn. So, let's swap over the screen here. We got some very chill music from the fabulous Game Chops YouTube channel. Go check them out. We are currently listening to the relaxing video game piano covers. So, always a pleasant audio experience there. And I will, if I post this to YouTube, I will link the YouTube link in the description to the Game Chops channel. So, check them out. We've got our 48 by 48 canvas, which is my arbitrarily sized canvas. And our prompt today from Pixel Dailies on Twitter is Horde. Horde. And because I'm a huge nerd, as you probably are too if you're hanging out here on Twitch, we are probably going to do something WoW inspired. Because I played a lot of World of Warcraft, especially just prior to and during the pandemic. It was a great thing to do to escape, and very much enjoyed Battle for Azeroth. I know it's not the most popular opinion, but I had a good time. So, what I was thinking might be cool is if we did, I want to do like an orc doing the, like, he's got his hand up in the air with the sword, doing the For the Horde thing. So I think we're gonna get the scale for the rest of it based on how the head ends up. Because I think that's just gonna be a good place to start. And of course, our orky guy is going to be green here. No shame in pulling up references. We don't really want to make this guy look cross-eyed. That's not terrible so far. A lot of orcs have kind of the weird ponytail thing going on. And I definitely think the fang-like teeth are important. Okay. This is a good place to start. gonna need more than one layer on this one. So we're gonna use this layer as kind of just a sketch layer to figure out like where his body is. Now, it isn't a World of Warcraft orc if they don't have just like ginormous pauldrons, right? Like, gotta have the giant pauldrons. And I'm putting this one up a little bit higher because I'm thinking that this guy is going to have like big beefy orc arm, which is going to be coming up over here with beefy orc hand. And coming out a little ridiculous, but maybe that's fine. Alright, and then like should have sketched in the body first, but that's okay. World of Warcraft is also like classic hero proportions. And what that means is that your heads and hands tend to be out of proportion with the rest of the body compared to like normal proportions, right? Like, it's okay to have these giant hands, these giant pauldrons, because you're not trying to go for lifelike. You're trying to make this thing look larger than life. And like, normally if you're going for heroic proportions, maybe you would make the head even bigger. But I want the pauldrons to look huge because I think that's comical and very World of Warcraft. So to do that, we're going to leave the words are escaping me. We're going to leave the head not much bigger than normal. We need to figure out what kind of pose we're doing with this guy. I feel like doing this the hard way. I feel like I want to start over on this. All right, let's think this through. Giant pauldrons. Alright, so these pauldrons will probably have some spikes on them, or we're just kind of sketching things out to begin with. I kind of wanted this guy to be simpler in general. Let's try just starting over. Maybe the head was too big for what I had in mind. Like, I'm talking like minimalist orc here. Like, if we start here, I realize this looks nothing like an orc yet, but that's okay. And just like This is honestly a little bit more what I had in mind. I know it's very simple, but I was trying to make like the simplest little orc here. Alright. Big pauldrons. And then like one sec here. Oh, it's my phone telling me the weather. I can look outside. Phone, the weather is not bad. Alright, so we need this pauldron. Up and out so that the arm can be okay. And what we're going to do here is we're going to put a line here that is going to be a banner. So our orky boy is going to have a banner and probably an axe by the time we're done with him. We'll take this currently sketched in kind of armor color. And we don't mind this guy just having like a huge chest because orc. Yeah, that looks a little odd, but it's not wrong. And then just give him like big old belt buckle because every cool fantasy warrior has a giant belt buckle for some reason. I don't make the rules, chat. I just follow them. Okay. Alright, so this is like just sketched in. We're gonna give them some much better colors in here. Alright, so looking for like, yeah, like a weird cream color, but what we're going to use this for is more or less to be horns. Because the Horde love horns on their armor. Big fan of the spikes. Yeah, that looks like some Horde armor right there. And then a lot of their armors tend to work in like steel tones, like the dark grays, and then reds. Big fan of the reds over there, so we're just gonna give them red pauldrons. Maybe something a little bit more toned back. That's not really toned back so much as just less bright. Oop. Those don't need to be even. Horde armor isn't necessarily even, to say the least. Alright, so I don't mind this. Let's, get some shading in here. Kind of give it the, chest plate look a little bit. Alright, this is turning out okay so far. I feel like he needs like some bright eyes. There we go. He's a little upright for an orc, now that I think about it. We almost need to take like his whole head and move it down a pixel or two. Yeah, that looks surprisingly correct. And then those look more like tusks than what I was going for. I think I just need to leave this be and just do some other shades of red in there. And then we're gonna try and make this look kind of like a World of Warcraft tabard, like that. And then, so that's the belt. We'll have some armor there, which goes to some brown boots. These boots are maybe a little big. Maybe that's fine. And we'll make them look a little bit more boot-like by going like this. Alright, we're getting there. our green-skinned orky buddy here is getting to the point where he looks like an orc, so that's good. I think we're going to take this whole chunk and move it in one. A little bit more. There we go. On this hand, I think we are going to it's gotta be an axe, right? I think so. But I think the axe could maybe be sitting on the ground a little bit. Like the haft of the axe is here. And then the steel of the axe maybe starts here. Something along these lines. I think we need to take this whole bit and bring it up to the shoes and then like fix the arm a little bit. Just need more arm there, and then maybe bring that down. I don't think that quite has the effect I was hoping for, so let's try it a different way. Flip this vertically. Can put the axe here. Then I think we can take this same thing and give it some spikes there. Maybe bring this whole bit up. All right. Our orky guy is coming together. Alright, so the next thing we want to do, this layer we don't need anymore because we moved on to something else, but we are going to put another layer in here. And the reason we're going to do that is so we can make the crossbar and stuff for the banner without having to worry about if that overlaps, and then we can move it around if we want to. This banner is gonna need to be, we're gonna start with the same Horde of red, and I think I'm gonna do something like this. Whoa! I really dislike that about a sprite, where if you go off the bottom of the screen, it decides to scroll for you, and sometimes I don't want it to scroll. Sometimes I'm very intentionally going to the bottom of the screen and don't need it to help me with that. Okay, so let's start by giving this a little bit of a little bit of something. Okay, and then we need to put the Horde symbol into this waving banner, which is going to be very difficult in pixel art, so we're going to make another layer. So when we screw up a little bit, it's no big deal. Alright, so conveniently, because we are waving, we get to use the there is some advantages to having it be waving, which one of the big ones is that diamonds are very hard in line with the grid, and very easy when you do them off center of the grid, kind of like what we did. So we want to get the general shape here. Okay, already on a good start. This is definitely going to be a less is more kind of situation. Go out and then that kind of looks like the Horde symbol. The Horde symbol is already conveniently a little bit longer on one side than the other. I don't hate that. I think I want to take the darker color and just like give it a little bit of extra definition in places. I now think that this is, there we go, that's a little better. And I'm going to take this color, give these a little extra shading as well. And this axe could use a little bit more. Something like this. All right, we have a orc from the Horde waving his banner. So today's theme, just to reiterate, was Horde, which I went with a little bit of a World of Warcraft inspiration. And pretty happy with how this turned out. I feel like we need to give it a little bit of a background, though. And nothing says the Horde kind of like the Badlandsy Barrens ideas. So what I have in mind, and this might be a little ambitious, but we're gonna put him like on top of a rock here. Something like this. And then I'm going to put the horizon line, or we don't quite need the horizon line. We're going to let's start with this darker orange. We're going to put some hills back here. And some hills back there. And then we are going to take this color. We're going to set our horizon line back there. Make all those disappear for now. And we're going to try and make like a quick savanna-like look to this. Just like specks of extra green every once in a while. And then these like deserty hills in places. See, if the light's coming from that side, then like more of this is going to be shadowed down there. And then we can put a bunch of this up here. And then make a quick sky, something light, but not bright. Yeah, like that, with some wispy clouds. All right. Very quick background, but kind of fits the aesthetic and the color palette, and might just take out a little bit of that green. I don't want it to be too close to the skin tone. A little bit down there. That's fine. It's kind of a goofy little orc, but that's okay. I feel like our clouds need a little help. So I'm going to take a white, just hit the tops of them a little bit, kind of Bob Ross style. Don't particularly love this, so we're just gonna put some sky back there. Alright, and we have a World of Warcraft Horde flag waving orc. The last thing I want to do is, I think it looks a little bit funky that he doesn't have a shadow, so we're gonna give him a quick little shadow just to make him look a little bit more natural. I think that helps. This color is too close to the sky. That helps a little bit. I think we just need to uncloudy a little bit here. Still some good wispy clouds, just not directly over the axe. Cool. There we go. Another successful Pixel Daily. The prompt today was Horde. And I'm going to go, before I forget, tweet this out as I do. If I can type. There we go. Hope you're enjoying the nice peaceful music while I get that taken care of. Once again, I'm not sure when my little guy went crazy. It always seems to be towards the end of these, so I wonder if it has to do with something I'm doing with typing that out. Not sure. We will figure that out eventually. So, thanks for enjoying the pixel art. Let's move on to some cassette beasts. So, let me swap my stream over. This is stealing this bit a little bit from my uncle, but this is going to be episode 4 of Cassette Beasts, as we have so far played a few times with a varying amount of success, finding interesting monsters and hunting down the archangels, which seems